Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me?
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Come on, set. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for the Raiders, 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, the 40. The 20, 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
29. 57's a mark. 57's a mark. Stay with you. Twist.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Right here, right here. Mike 55, Mike, they get in with that.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man, it's Allen. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working at it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Still going. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. You bet. 9. You better be afraid of me. Watch the safety creep. Take your Tupper. SOS. Raider 1.
From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Purdue. 6-6. Pull it high. 49's the mic. Watch 49. I got you. Shit.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go. Check. Express. 49.
Throwing his car on third down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 61 yards. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
49's the mic. Express. Raider 9. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 49.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's a first down and more for Gordon. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Down. 180. Mike 49. Raider 2.
Carr keeps it on the sneak. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
180. We're good. 280. Get him. 280.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a third and goal situation. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. Touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with It balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Say, 81. Go.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
25, check 25. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. He's coming. The White Monday, 29.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
61, matchbox lights, 618.
From the 39, Carr eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
I got him. 48, orbit. Check. Hey, that's what I do. Right Monday down. X3, 218, chopper.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. From midfield, here's Carr. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, we're good. Ladies, right now. Back. 637. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, what?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr. He's got it to Williams. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Go Chief. 44 Mike. Check. Hey, 734. 44. Hey, exit. I'm coming. 44. Later, 9. That's it.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
It's a gain of 6, and that will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Put that team on the bus. 93. 49. Hey, Delta. 49. Check right.
From the 30 on second down, Carr gets it to Gordon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check me out. Kill. Show it up.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr gives to Rashard, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Oakland.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Gordon on first down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. They go back to Gordon here on first down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline. On second and 11 now. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Maurice Hurst, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. I know he ain't got it. 49, check 49, check 49. Kill.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Raiders' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Kill.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 6 yards away. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Carr going to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. Third down here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On third and long, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. The Raiders on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
80 weapons. 93.
From the gun, Carr dancing to his left. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they're in decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Now he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 9.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Express. Express. Mike, 49's the Mike. Hey, here I come.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On play action, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Hey, come on, now, come on, now. Come on. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Set, go. Hey, check right.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they should have done it.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One final try now for Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A big offensive explosion.